Hi, and welcome to this presentation on Is NUFYP the right choice for you? I'm glad you've come to see and hear about NUFYP and learn how you can benefit from it. I hope that at the end of this presentation, you will have a good idea of how NUFYP supports students, and you will be able to make an informed decision whether NUFYP is the right choice for you. My name is Robert Dobler, and I am the director of CPS, the Center for Preparatory Studies at Nazarbayev University. As you can see, I have many years of experience in international education, teaching and working in a number of different countries. I have taught university students, but I've spent most of my career helping students prepare to study in good universities. So let's get started with explaining what NUFYP is. NUFYP stands for Nazarbayev University Foundation Year Program. It is an academic program at Nazarbayev University that helps students prepare and be successful in a competitive research university such as NU. Okay, so you may be wondering, how hard is it to study at NU? How hard it will be depends on how ready you are now. But if you want to be the very best at something, you have to train hard. You also have to know how to train. You don't want to make mistakes and hurt yourself. You also don't want to learn bad training habits. It's the same for studying. So if you want to compete in the Olympics, you need a good coach. If you're going to be successful in the university, you also need a good coach to guide you and teach you. And if you work hard, then just like an athlete, you will win. You have been training in your secondary school for years now, and you may think you don't need any more. Well, let's take a look at what you will need. To be successful at any top-level university, you will need a good attitude, useful skills, and the right knowledge. Academic English will be important at NU. Not just English, but knowing the vocabulary and structure of English as it is used in research and used professionally. Math abilities are also key to university success, regardless of your major. And there are other personal traits and skills that are important, as you can see on the screen. Let's look at a short list. There are more than just these. I've mentioned academic English and math already. But being a creative problem solver is also important. If you want to have a good learning environment and get the most from your education, you will want to be a confident and intellectually curious student. Of course, having good study habits and managing your time effectively is necessary for good results. Something that is often talked about is academic integrity. I have worked in many places, and I have found that students can give me a definition of academic integrity if I ask them on a test, but they don't understand how it works or how to really practice it. But it is important to really understand it well, or you may receive poor grades and may even be dismissed from the university if you don't follow it correctly. These are some reasons for you to consider coming to NUFYP. We will help you learn the skills and give you an opportunity to build good study habits, so when you start your undergraduate studies, you will be confident and prepared to make the most of it. Think of it this way. You may be a good soccer player in your school, but are you good enough to play for the Kazakh national team? Even if you are really talented, you will need more training and preparation to be ready to play at that level. In the same way, university study is much more competitive than your secondary school. Of course, it must be. It's the university. But think, only a few students from the schools around Kazakhstan are accepted into NU. These are the top students in their own schools, so the competition at NU is more intense. It might help to take a quick look at some of the differences in education between secondary schools and university. In high school, that's what Americans call secondary school, you usually are asked to listen and learn. Memorization of facts is important. You have teachers who supervise your learning, what you study, when, and how. On tests, you generally need to give the answer you were told and have memorized. And on the whole, your educational experience is managed by the teacher or teachers. At the university, it is different. Instead of a passive learning environment, the university expects you to be an independent learner. Instead of lots of memorization, the university values and rewards with good grades on creativity. The university expects you to be self-disciplined. You get yourself to class. So you will need to decide, do I meet with friends or should I use this time to study? This, in fact, is a key reason why many students fail. They are smart enough, but they are not yet ready to make the tough choices and do work first. University professors want to hear your answer, but they really want to know why you think so. What are your reasons? If you have thoughtful reasons based on good evidence, you will do well. Professors are less interested in you memorizing facts. So in the end, your education in the university depends much more on you. How ready are you? If you think you may need more of the skills and practice that successful students have, such as English, math, problem-solving skills, more confidence, good discipline and study habits, and knowing all about academic integrity, then NUFYP is a good place for you. This is what we do. We help you train for the next level of competition. Still thinking if NUFYP is what you need? Consider this. NUFYP is good for all students, regardless of their high school. Even in the best schools in Kazakhstan, some students will need a little more training, a little more preparation. Also, NUFYP is internationally accredited. What does this mean? It means that what we do here is the same quality of teaching that you would get by going to the UK or to the US. But it is an important decision. You should talk with your parents and get their advice. You should speak with your teachers, and you can find out more from us in NUFYP. It is hard to visit the campus now and meet with our teachers, so let me give you a few of the advantages that NUFYP will give to you. NUFYP gives you academic training, but it also gives you a chance to start university life. You will have more opportunities to get involved in our own student council and to make friends. You can learn about the library and how to use the databases to do your research. You can get involved with NU student clubs, but also clubs that are just for NUFYP students. NUFYP has more teachers and more student support. So if you find some things difficult, just like a coach, we will encourage and give you good advice. And if you do make a mistake, we are the place to learn that it is a mistake. We can help you learn through it, and then when you start your undergraduate studies, your mistakes are all erased. You start clean. But if you started right away in the university and made the same mistake, that would be on your record for your entire time and can make any future mistakes even more costly. NUFYP gives advice to help make choices about your future and time to check it out. NUFYP will teach you important study skills and career skills so that you are ready to do your very best in the university and in your career. Most students get a grant, so you are able to get all of these advantages for free. Let me give you two more things to think about when you are trying to decide. First, NUFYP, or a similar foundation program, is recommended for most all students all over the world who are coming to study in a university that uses English. Second, in NUFYP, you can study in a safe place but still have international teachers, and NUFYP will prepare you to go to any university in the world. NUFYP can open other opportunities for you. So in NUFYP, you can study close to home, but get that international experience and education. You can get the best of both worlds. Okay, you say, but it will take me an extra year. Let me give you my example. I was a good football player in high school, and I wanted to play at the next level, in the university. I ended up taking an extra year to work out and grow and mature so that I could play university football. That year was worthwhile for me to be more successful. It is the same thing with your studies. You might need a little more time to ensure you do your very best. And remember, if you want a good paying job or to get to the top universities, you need to invest in your education. It will pay off in the end. And with a state grant, you don't need to worry about the costs. You can explore new studies and learn as much as you can. NU is also developing a lifelong learning plan. You will be able to return to the university after you graduate and keep up in your field. This will be important in certain fields, especially like computer science, because it is constantly changing. But also in other majors, you will have the chance to keep up your education and give yourself the best chance for the high-paying jobs in the future. Also, if you plan on going to graduate school, especially to an international university, you will need a 4-year degree. Don't take a shortcut now and expect to get the same quality in your education or get the same results later. And as you can imagine, studying abroad will lead to more career opportunities and better jobs with higher salaries. Well, I know some of you are thinking, I already went to a 12th year of school. Or maybe you are saying, I studied in English in my secondary school, so I don't need NUFYP. Well, that may be true. I don't know you, and you will have to decide. But I do know that many native English speakers with 12 years in high school need more academic practice and must take courses, usually writing and mathematics, but also sometimes reading, before they are fully ready to start the university. And many Western universities require students to take a course teaching them how to study and adapt to university life. NUFYP is much the same thing. Also, here is something you may not have thought of yet. If you are smart, you really haven't developed study skills or habits because you have been able to learn everything easily because you are smart. So you may not have had to practice the academic skills necessary to do your best in tough competition. And you may be able to do all right going directly into undergraduate studies, that is, skipping NUFYP, but you might suffer in the first year as you learn how to study and adapt to the stress and challenges of university classes. NU really is an international university for you. It is a different educational culture. NUFYP will help you. You will be ready for the first day of classes, and then you can avoid big-time mistakes. NUFYP will make you a better student, academically and socially. You will do better and enjoy it more. You will be on the fast track to success. So, are you ready for NUFYP? Let me just finish up with 3 points. First, NUFYP will help you get any education you want, anywhere in the world. We help you get there and do well. Second, NUFYP prepares you so you avoid mistakes, bad grades, bad choices, and a bad end. A year with NUFYP will help you avoid mistakes that could cost you an extra year of study, a 5th year before you can graduate, and that year you may have to pay for it yourself. NUFYP will help you get the best grades so you can get good jobs and study abroad if you want to. Third, NUFYP is internationally accredited. It will prepare you for a successful future. You don't need to study abroad to get the quality education or the benefits. You can get them here. Thanks for taking the time to think about your future and how you can be successful. If you want more information, please check out our webpage or Instagram. Write to us if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer your questions and help you make the right decision.